Hello, hello, hello. It is me. I finally managed to get a new mouse and mousepad because the old one, even after I stopped the stream last time, it kept trying to use it for half an hour to see if it's because of some interactions with the game or with recording or whatever. No, it was dying. It kept connecting, disconnecting all the time. So yeah, I had to put it down. It's in a better place now, and I went and bought a new mouse and mousepad. Luckily, I found one quick enough, so yeah. Well, actually, I didn't find one quick because in the first day I only went to a couple of stores next to me right after the stream, and they had no mouse whatsoever, no tech stuff in general. And then yesterday I went on a shopping spree, went around the city to a couple of tech stores, and then I found a Logitech that I really liked, and I got that. And now I can actually play without the beep. Disconnects all the time. Mouse dying. Luckily, Baldur's Gate isn't such a click intensive, mouse intensive action game, so it didn't feel as bad. But yeah, trying to play Apex with a couple of friends later that day was a nightmare. Like, it was unplayable. I did 2 games exactly, and then told them sorry. So, where was I? Last time I played.
Of course.
Oh my god, that's loud. Last time I played, I got to the out of the dungeon. They nabbed Imoen and the other wizard that I forgot his name.
So, where to now, fearless leader?
He's so far the main villain, the wizard that was doing experiments. So a council of people that are regulating magic, I guess, yoinked Imoen and him. We made it outside into the city, and now we're in the slums, because that's where you usually get. Well, we're doing menial tasks for money and stuff, but we're also looking for information, and usually the street rats know a lot more than any other merchant would tell you. How the hell should I know? I don't rightly know. I'm taking suggestions. An inn? Yeah, usually alcohol loosens tongues. Don't need to be rude. Hope you'll come up with something better than that. I will not be put in a position where survival depends on the toss of a coin. Right. How do I continue? Because I don't seem to have a... Not everyone's coins land on edge, you know? Okay, but how do I guess I press escape? This click doesn't seem to work. I'm sorry, Asaka, I do not wish to cause you undue strain on in our party. I'm merely a bit stressed. Yeah, I know you're stressed. As I said, you don't need to be a bitch about it. But it's also understandable. Yes, it's understandable. Yes, but not acceptable. We are friends and should act as such. Okay, she can actually apologize. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Oh, this is new compared to the first. Like, it's actual lines in the background noise, not just noise. Alright, so I guess journal.
I have no patience for cities. Our stay had best be a short one.
In the slums, I met Gideon Bale, who seemed to know something about Imoen's capture. Let me do. Oh, he wanted 20,000, right? That was insane. Connect me with a group who will aid in fighting Imoen, but the price is 20,000. A steep cost, but he did mention that it entailed crossing the Cowled Wizards. Not something to be done lightly. Once I have the 20,000, I am to speak to him again. Oops.
I wouldn't dream of refusing. Oh, yes.
Can you tell me
Stay
anything?
back, or you'll regret it.
Oh, and look at Doily boy. All stacked up like adventurer. Like an adventurer. Are you supposed to be rough or something, eh? Let's not start some shit. We just got to this part of town and the tavern. Let's not start fighting everybody on the second one. Now, if it were me, I'd tell him to shove it, but learning what I learned from the first game, Jaheira and some other companions might not like me slaughtering everybody, so... I'm not here to impress you. Hurl your insults elsewhere. Back off, I've no interest in causing a disturbance. This seems the most neutral. Of course, you're a goody-goody, ain't ya? An adventurer pricing through the forest. Oh my god, this speech sometimes is so hard to read. Nearly had enough of your foolishness? No. Yes, adventurer traveler, now be off with you. Poor baby, poor little boy. He's clearly trying to provoke me at this point. If I haven't faltered yet, I'm not gonna start some shit now. Going to run home to your mother, eh? Oh yes. You are a scary one. This is so formal. I have no wish to cause any more trouble or disturbance. Deceased. Yeah, wallowing whatever satisfaction that gives you. I just don't have the time of day for you. Bleedy coward. Very well, coward. Be on your way. Come back when you're ready to face a real man. I'd kick your ass. I just don't want trouble with my party or people in here. Oh, and then his fucking sidekick. Oh, come back when you can face a real man. That's what they usually do in bully parties. You knows it. Insult Asako and insult Minsk. There will be literal butt kicking now. Oh. Okay, so I tried to back off, but our hamster barbarian isn't taking any of it.
That's not right.
Alright, well I guess we're doing this now.
That's not right.
I actually handled it diplomatically this time. This time it wasn't me starting shit.
Just as I thought. Embarrassing.
Oh well. Just first thing I do when I enter a tavern is kill everybody, I guess. There we go. Nope, don't leave. Money. Gems were worth some money, I guess, so I'll keep them for whenever I need to
You
sell
point,
stuff.
I punch.
Something you need?
Onward then. Yes. To the task at hand.
Is anyone willing to hear my plea? Anyone?
Nali, I was looting.
I've helped some of you. Is this the thanks I get? I've helped lots of your kind.
What the hell are you even talking about? Are you for hire? As a mercenary, I mean, you look capable and hearty. Like you had formal training. I've had training on the road, not necessarily formal training. Calm down, what's wrong? I require an ample reward. Okay, this is fair. I tell her why I need money. You don't even know what I asked, but you wish to know the payment? I'll reward you, but we must hurry. I cannot guarantee it if my land is looted. Ah. Yeah, what did you mean by your kind? That sounded like she's either addressing an elf, which I don't think we have any in our party, or she knows I have something with the blood, the bale thingy. Well, nothing really. Some people are just more privileged than others. It's not my fault, but I do my part to help those beneath. Wow. You think they'd be grateful? Yeah, if it sounds like your wealth makes you better than others, which it doesn't. No, it's not like that at all. I do what I can and try to be a good person. Fine, let's say I buy into it right now. They have no respect for the hard life that poor classes endure. The fact that you even see them as like rich and poor classes is weird, but I will need to know my enemy, however. There's no time, I only hope that the attackers have not made it inside. I'll tell you what secrets I can, perhaps you'll be able to sneak in and attack from a more vulnerable spot. I hope father is alright. He would not leave. Should I travel with you? I spent a few weeks slumming and I am quite capable of opening the odd lock. Well, since I don't have Vimo and I kinda need a lock opener, I guess. Do you help people often? Sadly, yes, I get caught in a lot of helping. Helping others is good. What a nice little girl you are. Would you like to see me? Wow, that's that sounds so wrong when she doesn't know the context. Would you like to see my boo? You speak as if unaware of class distinction, and yet your manner exudes it. A sign of immaturity. Perhaps adventuring is not the place for you. She doesn't look that young, does she? I don't know, maybe in the story she is just a teenager. Here, I'll mark the location on your map. We should head there immediately. Be careful not to be spotted. Yeah, Imoen comes first. If she needs help, then of course I'm willing to help you find her. If you want me to, but we have to take care of my family situation first. What the? Did she buff herself?
As you will.
Let's finish looting and then go see what the situation with her villa or whatever it is.
Something you need?
Of course.
Actually, since I'm in an inn, shouldn't I get a...
Drink hail, wassail for all. I be curious, friends. I'm scouring for a band of desperate men to aid me in a gallant task.
You look like you keep undertakers in a brisk trade. Aye, your courage and time for a tale? Sure, why not? Belly up, comrades, and let Korgan flail the bladder for a spell. Fortnight passed, me fellows and I were in the midst of for our patron when a skirmish visited our midst. Wild words, alas, became a lake of bloodshed. The scuttlebutt is in the bay. Yeah, why is he interested in this book? Oh, he's just a collector? Arcane, bizarre, peculiar, it matters not. I mean, can you blame him that he doesn't trust people when the first task he trusted to somebody else went wrong? As for the book itself, doesn't matter to me what lays twixt its skins. I'll not risk knowing I've bled for Elminster's memoirs or a Dritzt lolly recipe. God, some of the words takes a second for them to sink in. The Book of Kaza. In a tomb over in the lower crypts of the graveyard district. Okay, so that's a side task in case I ever get to the graveyard. Alright, but does that mean I have to go now? Okay, so that's just a side task. Oh no, I don't want you to join my party yet. I have other stuff to do. This is him, right?
Back to the grind, eh? Are we off?
Go our separate ways for now. I'll be back later for you. Don't find me wondering. This is the copper coronet, so I guess he'll just be here later. What I actually wanted is get a room and get some rest before I go and do any of the side quests. I have an offer for you that sounds like another side quest. Who's the actual innkeep here? You?
I would speak with you. I need help. I need help getting...
She sounds very tired or junky. Begging your pardon, sir, her sight is harmless enough, but she can be a little uncoordinated. Is she alright? Those aren't exactly the words I would use, but I'm afraid she doesn't get much better than this. She's in here every night. I should throw her out, but look at her. It'd be like kicking a sick dog. Now I'm really curious, what is wrong with her? M'lady?
Fine. I need to get to Dragomir's tomb in the district with the graves.
She seems completely out of it. You wish to go to a tomb? Why?
Treasure. There's a great treasure there in Dragomir's tomb. Graveyard. Enter from the graveyard.
Treasure, you say?
Great, great treasure.
Why don't you join me and my friends? Build up your energy for a bit, then when you're feeling up. I don't want another party member though, there's so many side quests.
The tomb of Dragomir? You can get me there?
Take my advice, wait a while, eat something and drink, grow healthy, then when you reach the tomb, you'll be prepared. Sure.
Not mine. Not my tomb. Dragomir's. Must get to Dragomir's tomb in Graveyard District.
Soon. Soon, but not now.
I got some cheap beer for ya.
And finance. She really seems to know people in this town. Alright, can we get rest? We can get merchant room, sure. You may not rest at this time. Why?
Please, don't make me leave. There is great treasure at Dragomir's tomb.
I really can't go there now.
You must. Dragomir's tomb holds great treasure.
Should I go there then? Before the... But the other ones seem to be pressing too, the villa or whatever. I can't do it. I'll be back later. Let's go see about this. Whatever it is for the young girl. Helping her father deal with the invaders. Docks, Templar, government, bridge, city gates. Huh. She said she put a thingy on my map, but I don't see it. Borinal's... What's her name? Nadia. Entrance to the sphere. The planar sphere. Gillen Bale, Jensen home. Is it in the promenade then? Let's see if the journal tells me anything. Travel to this keep. She has marked the area on my map as soon as I... Aha! I seize it. But that's outside of town, so maybe I should take the Hexit or whatever her name is and visit the graveyard. Sure, let's...
Yes?
Let's do that then.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
Because the other thing seems to be far away from town.
Whatever I can do to help.
It's not like I can progress the main story because I need the 20,000, so... Where is... Hexa.
Excuse me. I need
Can you
Yes.
lead me there?
to the graveyard district. The tomb is there. We should leave now.
Alright.
What? But I just joined. Very well. I can't wait around for you, though. I have to go to my family's land and help them.
I'll meet you there later. I mean, I guess it is what it is. I can't do everything at the same time, so... Let's go see about this graveyard.
What do you want?
Death saving throw reduced by 1. What? All the saving throws reduced? That sounds bad, not good. But taco reduced, and usually that means... Maybe in this game lower means better. Because that's how armor class also works. Open locks. Find traps. Alright.
Something you need?
Of course.
Off to the graveyard.
You must gather your party before
I
venturing
wouldn't dream
forth.
of refusing.
District exit. Can I go to the graveyard if I exit through here? I can.
Oh, yes.
That's a ghost?
This is the place. The tomb of Dragomir.
Do you have a way in?
Did it before.
Okay. Let's go in, I guess. How escapes the opening tomb door. What the hell?
Who are you?
I don't have time for you, little ghosty. I'm getting attacked. Spirit, my name is Wellen. I just want my stuffed bear back. I can never go to sleep without little man. Oh my god. They really throw a kid at me. A thief killed you and took your stuffed bear along with the rest of his loot. If I found this bear for you, would you be at peace? Oh yes, I could go to sleep if only I had him. Sure, I mean it's a kid. Batman has it at that inn in the slums, the Copper's something. He's in one of those bedrooms in the back. I think his name is Linus? Okay, keep in mind when I go back to the... Did he really fucking kill a kid just to steal a teddy? Oh, please, get it from him.
Ah,
She's so dead inside, like her voice is such a mood.
You are no match for my skill.
For the fallen! I don't like the look
For the fallen.
Just as I thought.
Meh, nothing good. Alright. Let's go into this Tomb of Dragon.
I must enter.
She being mind controlled? Sure, that's a good idea, Hexat. Because between the evil spirit assault out there and the blinding Stygian darkness in here, I'm dead certain it isn't a good idea. Now that I think of it, I wish I'd used a different phrase to describe how certain I am. What is she doing? Is that an illusion?
It's so cloudy.
A quarterstaff. Interesting. Wait, I don't have my identifying stuff anymore, do I? No, because I think Imoen was doing that. Shit. Or
Nature's
was your
servant
hair doing
awaits.
it? No, that was Imoen.
Onward then.
Anything else to find in here? No, no, no. Okay, let's see. Oh, what is this? Cinematic? Cutscene? Cutscene? The Tomb of a Knight.
The treasure is still here.
This isn't going to be some metaphorical treasure, is it? The tomb must be... So it attracted more people, not just her. You must enter the tomb. Aren't we already in the tomb? Free us. Awake the sleeper. I don't think this is a good idea, but we're probably gonna do it anyway. It's alright, boo. They're dead, but I'm sure they're not bad. I mean, one of them is called a thief.
You are no match for my skill. To the task at hand.
Swords, not words!
You're right, boo. They weren't nice at all. Funny. The hamster
Something you
bit.
need.
So that's where I came through.
As you will.
What is this? There is a small slot within the wall that a cylinder of some sort could fit into.
To no effect.
The hell is this? Wolves or werewolves? Shade wolves.
I'll hurt you if I have to.
I hit. To no effect. You are no match
No
for my
time.
skill.
My weapon
No
does
effect.
nothing.
Hit. To no effect.
I hit. You know, they do way too many voice lines in one combat. So a cylinder could fit into there, but I don't have a... haven't found any peculiar cylinders yet. So I guess I need to be on the lookout for a cylinder. Ow! Think you have detected that trap? Oh, now you do.
I hit. To no effect. Go for the eyes.
With
Go
vengeance.
for the eyes. Yeah. You are no
I won't
match
let my
for my
friends be hurt.
skill.
Gameplay? Maybe it's not here. Also voice. Lower it a bit. Battle cries. Play battle cries during combat. Maybe that reduces the amount of spam.
My weapon does nothing!
To no effect?
Doesn't seem like it, no. Can
As you
you...
wish.
Yes.
Yes. Of course.
You are lucky. Yes, if it's required.
Keep you on the lookout for some more traps. Incomplete skeleton. Another incomplete skeleton. Can I combine them later? Any more traps?
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
Something you need?
Whatever I can do to help.
Really? You were right next to it. How
If
the
that is what you want.
hell didn't you see the trap?
You must enter the tomb.
One tomb break in a day policy.
It's the only way to get to the treasure.
Yeah, she's clearly being manipulated in some way, mind controlled something.
The way to it lies within. Be careful.
Go into the dark spooky tomb, but make sure to be careful. Kind of sending mixed messages. It seems there is a tomb within a tomb in Dragomir's tomb. Whoever designs these things must be mad, drunk, or possibly both. Also, urbane, witty, handsome, charming, a real prize. Oh, that's a specific named gem thingy. Ornamental metal jewelry. Zios's gem. Studded necklace. Who's Ziose? Oh, so who looted the other tombs? Oh wait, Eri is my identifier, isn't she?
Yes?
No, Eri just seems like another healer. So was it Imoen then?
We have such stories amongst my people. Being underground is just not for the Avariel.
Oh, she does have identifier, just didn't get the rest, I guess. Also, who took the skulls? Because I only see one skull. Didn't I take like 3 of them? Oh, did it just merge them automatically, maybe?
What would you have me do? My head hurts.
Yes. Of course.
What do you... It's cloudy.
I wouldn't
But
dream of
I
refusing.
will try.
Something you need.
I hit. To no effect. I
With
hit.
vengeance!
To no effect.
Ah,
I hit. To no effect.
ah.
No effect.
These ones are kinda
I hit.
resistant.
No effect. I hit. To no effect. I hit.
My weapon
To
does
no
nothing!
effect.
Why does he keep saying that? Is his weapon broken? What?
Minsk and Bull
Can you only
stand
hit them in
ready.
magic?
Where Minsk goes, evil stands aside.
Two of them seem to be petrified.
I hit, no effect. I hit, to no effect.
Okay. I really need to find a way
Yes?
to get rid of this. I
Of
hit to no
course.
effect. Because it's getting really old really fast.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
This is the place. Did it. Before.
I should drop the save after I go in, because apparently it didn't save automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you?
Really, kid, can you just fuck off for a second while I finish the combat? It's kind of annoying that they just come at you when they have something to say. They just rush you down to talk to you.
Ah,
Oh, yes.
I must enter.
Something you...
Just as I thought.
What do you... It's so... cloudy.
Alright, can I cheat? Yes, I can.
Onward, then.
Yes?
Can she... Armor class. Heals 3d6 plus 3 hit points and cures diseases. So that's an extra healing staff that I could have on Jaheira. Also, apparently this is some new scrolls. Ooh, she also uses quarter staff. Why don't you then take the dump sling off, put the improved quarter staff. And then maybe a wand? A summoning wand.
Mm-hmm. To the task at hand.
The treasure is still here.
Okay, deal with these. And then drop a save.
Kite! Yeah.
I'm done with combat, what do you mean? Can I save now? Yes.
You point, I punch.
Alright.
As you wish.
Traps. Take care of traps.
I hit.
Oh.
No effect.
Something you need.
As you will.
Yes, if
Bring
it's
the rest of the
required.
coffee. Aha.
Yes. Of course.
You are lucky if that is what you want.
Weren't there more traps around here, I believe? Guess not, maybe this way.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
My
I
head
hit.
hurts.
To no effect. I hit. That's not right. To no effect. I hit. No effect. I hit. To no effect. No effect. I need.
Oh. Let me Google how to get rid of this, because this is going to drive me crazy.
Now then.
Change the frequency of command sounds from always to seldom. Where would I find that? Selection sounds. Seldom. Command sounds. Never. These buttons control how to see their command sounds. Okay, let's see if that works. Shouldn't there be another trap around this corner? Uh-huh. No, this time they didn't merge as one skull. Okay, how about
Something you need.
can I use my summons to fight the incoming guys? Or are they just illusions, they don't actually attack?
You must enter the tomb. It's the only way to get. The way to it lies within. Be careful.
I hit. To no effect. I hit. To no effect. I hit. To no effect. No
Okay, at least the summons are tanking some damage.
With vengeance!
I hit. To no effect. I hit to no effect.
I come here so everybody can get around you and attack.
I hit to no effect. I hit to no effect.
I don't know if the summons are actually doing damage, but at least they tank hits, which is still good.
I'll help however I can.
Should probably drop a save, because I might run into even harder enemies.
No. No, this is wrong. The sleeper is near, but not here.
Who is this sleeper?
The sleeper must awake. The sleeper is valuable beyond price.
Okay, now she's starting to lose it when we question the sleeper. Burning hands. So yeah, they don't seem to be doing anything, the incomplete skeletons, or at least they're not merging as I expected. Ooh, a +2 dagger. Interesting. So did the journal update then, if the sleeper is not here? This way seems to be a
Nature could find a home here if it were properly cleansed and balanced.
dead end. Is there a way to... Aha, maybe there's a door here. No, that seems like a corner. How would I go about getting here then? Because it doesn't seem like it lets me. And I also haven't found any cylinder that would go in the thingy to open the tomb. What am I missing? The shades also didn't seem to have physical bodies, so... Oh, wait. What is this? Here lies Dragomir, the Elder. The top of the ancient stone tomb slides away in an unnaturally easy fashion. Climb into it? Oh shit. Am I alone? Burik, on your guard, elf. I have no wish to fight you. Don't know who you are. Stand before Burik the Unyielding. Honored to make your acquaintance? Spare me the pleasantries, elf. Prepare for battle. Alright, let's do this. Get wrecked. Ooh, is this the cylindrical stuff they were talking about? Kinda wanna explore now. Can the rest of my party join me or? Aha, they can.
Nature's servant awaits.
Alright, let's bring all of them because I don't know what I'll find later.
I am ready, I think.
I am unsure what I'll run into. She can't? I guess she can't. Huh, interesting.
What can I do?
Maybe... Nope. Alright, so... She
Something
cannot
you need.
join us here. Ow. Freaking traps. The hell is this purple light here? Really, I brought them all here to run into a dead end? Of course I did. Alright, everybody back. Let's go put the rod in the thingy.
The rod is a key. There is an opening near the tomb's entrance. It should fit.
Swords, not words!
Use it quickly.
Yes, I figured that out too. We are going to use the rod. After I regain my party. I already cleared the traps here, so hopefully you can just go without stepping into any more traps. God, why is it so hot today? We had such a nice week and now all of a sudden it's just so freaking hot. Didn't you have the rod? Yes, it does. You push the iron rod into the opening and it is swallowed entirely. Shortly afterwards, a distant click can be heard. You have been sealed in. What? Where's the text? You have been sealed in, but somehow you know a way forward has opened. What way forward? Here? No. Let's check every corner, I guess.
Yes.
Just send one through this time. So I don't waste any more time sending all of them through. Has this opened? Not really. I go back. Where the heck did the way open then? Aha! Okay.
What
Let's
would
slow
you
it
have
down
me do?
because we haven't trapped here. Yep.
Is this Dragomir's tomb? It's all so hazy.
Nothing special about those.
Mm-hmm.
Door. And a dead end, okay. Bring everybody. Anybody home? Any more traps?
Your blood is rather inviting.
Dragomir the Red, are you a vampire? I assure you I am real. Why have you come to my tomb, Asako? I have to try at least 3 phenomenally bad ideas a day. I'm counting this place as 2. Insolent elf, join me in death. Alright, so I guess being smug didn't help. So I guess I can't attack her. Fine, go straight for him then.
Weapon has no effect! Weapon has no effect!
I hit. To no effect.
My weapon does nothing.
This weapon has no effect.
No effect.
My weapon does nothing! God, that voice
No
line.
effect.
I didn't reduce it at all with the settings I made. Alright, let's try and get some heals in before people die. Okay, are you guys going to snap out of mind control at some point? Do I have a cleanse spell is the question. Hold person, chant, sanctuary, resist fire and cold. I guess hold person on her until she calms down. Can you use it twice? What does chant do?
What do you want?
At least they cast heals automatically now. I don't remember seeing them do that in the first game. Alright, Jaheira, calm down.
Something you need.
Ah,
Kite her around a bit. Jaheira, please calm down. I don't want to kill you. Come on, we can talk about this. Stop hitting her in particular. What the hell? What do you have against her? Finally.
Dragomir is dead.
He's been dead a long time now.
We're very close to where we need to be now. We must move forward.
Okay, so her mind control still isn't gone? Dragomir may be gone, but that doesn't mean we're out of
We're
danger.
very close now.
Okay, this is weird that hadn't finished yet. Let's use all the
I await
heals
your
I
need.
have, since I plan to do a rest anyway. The heals are so small compared to the first game. What did I have on her that allowed her to do so big heals last time? Okay, now they're sort of healed, even if I'm not allowed to do a rest. Oh, but I am allowed to do a rest. Nice. What does this do? What does this button do? Cloak of Dragomir. Crafted in imbued with the powerful undead magic by the necromancer Zulan Fas. Wow. Equipped abilities allows a vampire to travel outside during the day and in full view of the sun, albeit with the following penalties: minus dexterity, strength, minus everything. So it reduces their power, but they can walk in the day. Wearable only by vampires, and I don't have any vampires in my party. Thank God, because that would be annoying not to be able to move outside. Alright, drop a save and move on. So this, whatever compels them to come here, we're intent to free the vampire, or is it something? Seems like there's more, because we defeated Dragomir and she still seems somehow compelled.
Nature could find a home here if it were properly cleansed and balanced.
What the hell? Wave of foul necrotic energy hits you, you draw immediately involuntarily. Only someone of single-minded purpose could overcome the barrier. Oh, as in... yeah, because she's still mind control or whatever. Oh, and that just dispelled the barrier? Interesting. Also, after rest, not all
This
of
is a
them have
lot more
cured.
exciting than any circus.
So a rest doesn't necessarily mean... I mean, I guess we did sleep in a tomb and not in a proper bed, so... it wouldn't full heal me. What is this? Oh? Hello? Who are you?
The sleeper. She wakes. Mistress, I've done as you command. Please let me live.
What the hell? What is going on?
Forgive me, Clara. This is the only way.
Wait, that was Clara. And she's actually Hexat. What the hell? Oh, she was a vampire. Sink deep into Hexat. Ah, the text went away too fast. I need to read it in the dialogue box. She's a vampire, huh?
Good to finally meet you.
I don't have. Oh, maybe. Scroll all the way down. Fang sink deep into Hexat's neck. Her eyes roll back into her head as her life force is drawn out. Yeah, I wish I could say the same. Who the fuck are you?
I am Hexat. Try and keep up.
And the person you just bled dry? Yeah, kinda inclines me to put you down.
She merely borrowed my name.
And who was she?
A pawn in a game I've been playing a long time. Her sacrifice was unfortunate, but necessary.
Was it necessary? Just so you could get out? I don't like you. Yeah, death is no game.
Everything's a game.
Yeah, what if I don't want to play?
You'll lose. I've some personal matters that need tending to. Meet me at the Copper Coronet in 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't think so, lady.
Then don't meet me back at the Copper Coronet.
Yeah, I was promised great treasure.
I can't be held responsible for promises made by other people using my name.
Really? I only get her as a companion, that's it? Where's my money? Boring. But I guess, also I, like, if they actually gave me an option, I kinda hate it when games do that, but... excuse me, I see it how you'd ruin a lot of their story points and bullet points if you could actually do whatever the heck you wanted. But if it were up to me, she's never leaving this tomb alive. She doesn't just walk out. The rest of the stuff I don't really need. So I guess let's go meet her at the coroner and see what the heck happens. I need to go there and meet the elf, the dwarf anyway, so might as well see what the vampire is all about, I guess. Okay, I would have wanted to kill her.
Where is it? Where is Dragomir's cloak?
The vampire's rag? I have it. Yeah, it's Asako's cloak
Give
now.
it to me.
Excuse you? Maybe I will or maybe I won't.
What do you want to know?
Yeah, why were you trapped?
It was supposed to be a simple job. Break into a tomb, grab the guest of honor's helmet, and get out.
So you've got Dragomir's helm, so let's finish this job and get us both the hell out of here. No. Who gave you the
I
job?
don't know his true name. He goes by L.
Really, is this Death Note? You work for L? DL? Really? No.
You have no idea what I sacrificed.
Yeah, so explain it to me.
It was supposed to be a simple job. Break into a tomb, grab the guest of
Okay,
honor's helmet,
nothing changed
and
there.
get out. Getting in was easy. Talking my way past Birch wasn't much harder.
Found Dragomir's body. Took the helmet from his head, and that's when everything went to hell. The cask was cursed. Dragomir wasn't sleeping, he was paralyzed. At least until I removed the helmet.
After I was turned, at the peak of my thirst, he put the cask on me, keeping me from feeding even on the vermin that infested the tomb.
Was that the helmet had other
It
properties?
took me years before I realized the voices in my head weren't just in my head.
I could hear the thoughts of those above, and with extreme effort I could reach out to others. Oh. So how many did you lure down here?
A couple? A dozen? 100? Does it matter?
Of course it fucking does, what do you mean?
I won't apologize for doing what I had to do to survive.
And if I refuse to give you the cloak?
What I must.
Alright, so I can attack her, huh?
Damn you! I didn't want to do this.
Yes! Okay, so the game isn't forcing me to play nice with her. Get exploded, dumbass. Now where's the freaking helmet? Can't even loot the helmet off of her? Whatever. You weren't living here alive if I had something to say, and apparently I did, which I'm happy about. So my rant from earlier does not stand. Apparently they do let you kill her if that is your choice. I can see doing what she had to do to survive, but that's a big difference for me in a lot of characters, villains, games, I don't know. The remorse, the guilt. Does she, he, it feel remorse for what they did, or they get having to do rough stuff to get to a certain end or to survive or whatever, but that's one thing. But when you don't feel any remorse whatsoever, when you don't think what you did is wrong, then that's another thing. Wait, I can't leave anymore? Any of you have does not have a conventional lock. Shit. Well, how do I leave then? Does this seem to be a dead end? This isn't something I accounted for. Being stuck in here. Find traps 100, open locks 85, but it's magical, so that doesn't help anyway. And whatever is left of her doesn't seem to be lootable. Did I miss something over here? Now that I can see. A key? Nope. Maybe I need to interact with the cylinder thingy again. Pull the cylinder out so one door closes and the other opens. Curious. This one seems to have a little, or maybe a lot more side quests than the first one did. But it also, at least so far, seems a little less. As long as the iron round remains in place, powerful magic prevents you from... Okay. So, as I thought.
No, I can carry nothing else. Your item is on the ground.
Fine. Let's drop all the skulls that Apparently didn't do anything. I'll come back for them later if I have to. Question is, what did you drop on the ground? Ooh, no, acorns. Oh wait, no. My bad. So you didn't drop anything else? Aha! Okay, problem solved. We're out of here. Drop a save, just in case.
It has been some time since I've been this far south.
I recall seeing Garayan here some years ago. He was a bit out of place away from his books, but seems I cannot help but speak of the dead lately. I did not wish to cause you any distress if I have. No, memory serve us well, good and bad. They do at that. Do you recall his tales? They could last for days, a snippet at a time here and there. He built a history, so you felt like you were there. Sheltered you carefully from those that would harm you. Khalid was the same way, always taking the cautious path. Alright, that was some nice character bonding. Make her seem less annoying. Because we didn't got off on a good foot this game at least. Talk such as this can get maudlin if indulged too often. I have a good feeling from this though. Good. I also talked to the kids so I can see what the hell is going on with the teddy bear thief in the bar. Confront him about killing the kid.
You're rather outlandish folk to be wandering round here.
Oh, and those are his parents, okay. So this is way bigger than I thought the district. Is this the church? Arentis.
I trust you are here in good faith.
I am the Don Lord Arentis of the Church of Lathander. Excuse my young church. Lisa doesn't talk much since the recent death of her parents. Indeed it is, and there is very little that can be done for her as well. Other than to push her into an orphanage, I suppose. Put her, not push her. She is so shy and sad though, I am sure it will do her no good. I would not ask you to care for her, surely, but might you know someone who make a suitable guardian? Pretty quick to pawn her off for a supposedly good... I mean, I can't judge him like that, I just met him. That is too bad. If someone does come to mind, please return and tell me. I'd like to help this girl if I can. Alright, so if I find somebody that... Maybe these two that lost their child, after I put him to rest, maybe they're willing to take her in? Who knows? What's this?
Help me, please.
What's
it's Uncle
that?
Lester. He's risen from his grave. He scared everyone away who was at the funeral, and now he's come after me.
Okay. Put up with that cheap bastard all my life. You know what he left me in his will? A sweater. Now even in death, that damnable fiend still torments me. Was it you that killed him then? Wait, where did he run off to? The undead. Oh, there he is. Does he stop anywhere or does he just keep running around? I guess he just keeps running around. Maybe I can interact with him at some point when he comes back around this way. Because I'm assuming he just circles around.
Cheap sweater? Well, I'll have you know that belonged to your grandfather, you ungrateful git.
You ungrateful git.
Ah! It's him! Call me a fiend, will you? Well, I've never seen such a cheap funeral in my life. You sold my clothes and kept the casket closed. You picked the flowers this morning from near the swamp.
Oof. And you gave a drunken priest of Talos a few coppers to slur some lines of profanity to pass for a eulogy. The outrage, the sheer outrage. Gah! Gasp. How could I afford anything, you old fool? You left all your money to that Kalishite whore? You're lucky I didn't just dump you in the river. Is that a nation or town, or is that her name? I can't tell. The indignity, the insufferable indignity, you miserable witch of a nephew. This is nice, but can you guys, like, be done with it? Oh, okay. He's attacking her. Him. Fine, sorry Lester, we have to...
With vengeance!
I hit to no effect.
Not good.
Oh, we didn't kill him in time before he... There, stupid git didn't deserve more than a sweater. And a kick in the rump anyway. Now I wonder where my Kalishite darling went off to. So maybe that is her name? Always time for one last quick... Really, Grandpa? You can rest in peace already.
Embarrassing.
Couldn't even freaking kill him. Oh well. The tombs are eerily silent yet. Oh my god. Didn't even get to read that. And you should be able to deal with a few spiders rather easily, right? Alright. So what did it say? The tombs are eerily silent, yet you have the feeling of being watched. Be careful, traps and dangers abound within these tombs. You have detect trap, right? There's also a lot more maps, or larger maps in this compared to the first game.
What do you need? I am skilled
This light
in avoidance.
makes your hair look really pretty, Jahira.
Oh? You have a girl crush?
Don't be a fool. It does nothing of the sort.
But put your silly romantic notions aside, Eerie. This isn't some childish fantasy nor some grand adventure. Any one of us could die out here at any moment. But we can go to the priests and they raise us from the dead again, as good as new, can't we? Ah, yeah, that's the carefree thought of a child, I guess. Sometimes they don't come back. Sometimes some people, no matter how much you love them, and no matter what you try to do, get taken away. You are young, Gary. You'll figure it out soon enough. That's cynical, but also true. Like, people
Something you
die. You can't always bring them back, even with the rules of this world. This isn't creepy at all. The lock is of a strange design and you're having trouble picking it. So he can't do it no matter what? Do I need something else to open it, or is it just keep trying? No, it doesn't seem like anything changes. Okay, so the lock is of a strange design. Can't seem to open it right now then. Let's try exploring some more. How about this way? These away. Oh, more spooders.
Impressionism on my spell has failed. With vengeance!
No loot. Another one of those rooms, or tombs, or whatever. Oh, that's me. Never mind. You. Ow. Wooden stake. These for vampires. Some spells, some more throwing knives. I guess I could take some arrows, because one of them was using a bow. Doesn't your sword do more than the freaking bow though? Yeah, let's just take the bow off.
Be doubly careful. I'm sure all manner of stupid mousetraps await our toes in the dark.
Stupid mousetraps.
Yes?
Ammo, some more scrolls. Lots and lots of ammo in these things.
You require my counsel, yes?
Ow. I hate how late they detect. You have to walk millimeter by millimeter to actually see traps. Oh, and this goes up. Where would this lead? Does it have a rooftop? Oh, it's the one I tried to explore earlier, but I got interrupted. So you enter through here and you exit through here, I guess? Right? Because this was the one I... Yeah.
Cities always teem with evil and decay. Let's give it a good shake and see what falls out!
Wait. Can I use the wooden stake to open the door now? Or is that actually for vampires? Actually...
Oh, we have such stories amongst my people. Being underground is just not for the Avariel.
Who had the stake? Did you have the stake? Yes. Can you open? No.
Something you need.
Okay, so the stake did not help. Huh. Was it still explorable this way? Maybe. Doesn't seem like I hit the edge of the map. Yeah. More spooders. Oh god, I'm taking a lot of damage. What the hell?
That's not right. I must get aid soon. Who's too young to have to avenge me?
What?
Yes.
Yes?
Huh. Why does it look like I only have 4 party members? Okay. Let's get some healings in if I do have healings available. Bless. That's bless, that doesn't help.
Must get aid soon.
My Boo!
Boo is
What a
too young to have to
job
avenge
you
me.
did in battle. You went for the eyes as fast as any miniature giant space hamster that I've ever seen.
Boo says that he was just doing his job.
And a fine job it was. What a brave little hamster. Boo says that Yoshimo did well too for someone who isn't Minsk. Thank you, Boo. Okay, now can I heal him before he dies? Why are you freaking...
You need something?
I must get
They're
aid
freaking
soon.
stuck, what the hell? They can't move, what the hell? Hello, game? Finally, they freaking move. Alright. Heal yourself. Ah, there we go. To assign them for a quick cast. Completely forgot how to do that. Okay, you're all sort of fine now. Now can we... Ooh, what the hell?
A dream. A dream of many things, of friends and family. These things always mean something, don't they?
I don't know.
Do you remember these doors? I remember... I think... Yes, this was my home for so long.
Yeah,
But
this
it
is where
too
we
late to
started
go
from,
back.
Candlekeep.
They wouldn't have you now. They wouldn't have me. Had no use. Someone else does. He wants something. I don't know why. Those in the cows don't even know. Why don't I know?
Is that the red wizard from the first
Do
game?
you remember Gorion? Or the others? I think I do. They were... No. Wait. They were the guidance. And there was much more to learn. But it's too late now. They are so far away. You are far away. Too far away to help. Why? Memory should stay, but he digs deeper. Pushes everything aside. I don't remember any of you.
Oh, this is so trippy.
Do you remember Saravak or any other? I don't know.
I remember Serafok, I don't know what others she's talking about.
They sought your death and mine. They seemed so important at the time, but I don't remember them at all. Something else is more dangerous. Closer. I can feel it. Do you remember me? I can almost see. I want to, but too late. You will come too late.
That's foreshadowing if I ever saw one. I hope she doesn't die, but that's a red flag right there.
She resists. She clings to her old life as though it actually matters. She will learn.
Yeah, what is this place?
It is a portrait of what has happened and what may happen. Do you cling to the past, or can you see through the pain? You feel the potential within, don't you? Will you cringe from what you know you want, what you can take as your own? You know what you want. It is you, after all, which has brought us to the dream. Nothing is real. Yet.
Yet. That's foreshadowing, I hate it, I don't want Imoen to die.
Oh my!
Oh god. Why am I taking so much freaking damage?
My spell practice don't bother, but I could use some help. spellcraft has been interrupted.
Well, that goes most of my healing spells after I just took a rest. Okay, so this is probably another exit.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Fine, I'll gather my party before venturing forth. Okay, so yeah, this just leads to the graveyard district again. How about here? Is this just another exit or another burial slash loot chamber?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Ooh, this is different. This isn't the district. Is that Cleopatra? Oh god. Whites and zombies. Oh, I don't think I'll make it out of this fight. Oh yeah, she instantly died.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must
Leave.
gather your party before venturing forth.
Hello party, we're leaving. Alright, so I need to go to a priest and resurrect. No. Okay. When was my last autosave? Oh, never mind. That was after she went down, so that doesn't help. I hope I can bring her back from a priest or whatever.
This weapon has no effect.
No effect? I need a bigger sword.
Don't want to bother, but I could use some help.
Do you have any healing spells left? We really need to go get some healing before we get into any more trouble. Alright, where's the church? How the heck do I bring her back? Lower Tombs, District Exit. So either a scroll. Okay, so Temple District, somebody says. Right, to the Temple District we go. What the hell? It's randomly ambushed.
With vengeance!
Well, I'm dead. Everybody's so strong. I like the emblem though. So I guess I'm not going to the Temple District at night. Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter where I go, I'm just getting attacked.
Concentration becomes on. My spell has failed!
Somehow I managed to survive the ambush. And I got a couple of good short swords to boot. And a lot of freaking spells. A lot of freaking spells. Minsk, you can have the jewelry, so I can take the last. Come on, just let me click it. Alrighty, moving on after the ambush. That I barely survived. Where is the temple? Shadow Thief, they sound familiar. Temple of Lathander. Temple of Helm. Guard Compound, Sewers. High Hall of the Radiant Heart. Temple of Talos.
May the gods look upon you kindly.
Can I go in? Morning nights, morning nights. Doesn't seem like there's any priest around. What is this? I don't freaking steal from them. I'm enough trouble as it is. Alright, so oh wait, what's this? Dawn Master.
I welcome you with outstretched hand.
Donation. Buying stuff. Identify. Healing. Ooh, that costs a lot, but where's greater restoration? Life energy back to an energy drain character. All drain level are restored. Cure critical wounds. Raise dead. I cannot. Why can I not raise dead? Why don't I have that option? Also, do I know that spell myself? Detect evil, cure wounds, no. No, lemon, slow poison. Cure disease, hold invisible mind, yes. Strength of 1, summon insects. Neutralize poison. Death ward. She doesn't have any level 5, 6 or 7 spells. Why doesn't he let me resurrect them? Now the cleric to restore blah blah blah. Wait. That's another thing somebody pointed out. You have to select a party member to cast. Where the heck did he go all of a sudden? Hello, Master Krell. What the heck did he run off to? There he is.
I welcome you with outstretched hand.
And if I click her, when I go to these services, select her. Aha! That's expensive, but it is what it is. At least
Manus potentis.
I get her back. Alright, that's have two of my party members almost dead, but at least
My
I got
wings
her
have been
back.
clipped. Oh, I wish you could understand how it feels to be bound to the ground, chained and weighted like a miserable prisoner of Earth.
What was it like to fly? It's the ultimate freedom to soar above the clouds. Okay, so she enjoyed that experience? Weird, not gonna lie.
You mustn't let yourself get so wounded, Eric. I won't always be around to bandage you, you know?
I'm a healer too, Jahira.
Right? She has some healing spells. And what good are your spells now? You should be more frugal and not cast them all at once. Yes, ma'am. And don't stutter, it doesn't become you. Such a mother now. I like it. What's this Aneri though? Why can't I heal her? Spell cannot target spells on invisible or sanctuaried creatures.
Yes?
And how long does she have sanctuary? How does this work? I don't know, but it's daytime. Maybe I can travel to the inn now while it's still daytime. I should also drop a save just in case I get ambushed yet again. Did she keep her inventory? She did not. Fuck. We're gonna have to go pick it up, huh? Huh? Where the hell did we... There we go. Oh, now she's no longer sanctuary. Can you heal her now? I don't like seeing her that low. Alright. We're good for now. Let's take the dwarf and also find that child killer.
So what musters your interest in just another babyless dwarf?
Huh?
So what musters your interest in just another babyless dwarf?
Let's see ourselves out. Why should I join a motley band of beggars like he? Didn't he want to freaking join us for his quest? Alright, fine, be like that, don't freaking join us. Thought you had a task. Should we let the bartender know about the girl? Well, first of all, finally getting a good rest. Okay, so he doesn't have any options relating to her.
Declare yourself.
Lehtinan. So I can't go in there. What about these rooms in the back? Also, who is Lehtinan? She? Tiana. Oh, there.
Hello to you.
Yeah, you don't sound sketchy at all.
The copper cornet aims to please.
Aims to please. Okay. What else do you have? Coins is always welcome. Find a couple of drink, rest, or other sorts of entertainment.
Oh, one is always able to provide entertainment.
Companionship or gambling? You look like one who might appreciate such entertainments. There is more to my little place than meets the eye. Go to the fellow by the door on the far wall and tell him I let you in. Ooh, we're in. Despicable man, an equally despicable place. I can get in.
Declare yourself.
Alright. And if we can get in, we can find the killer. Or thief, or thief killer. Both. Runar?
Life's been getting prickly on my eyes.
My shrew of a wife is out in the tavern still looking for me? No idea. Who is your wife? Vicious hand with sharp teeth. Okay, doesn't sound familiar. She sure is, my sweetums. Oh. I thought I heard her. Disgusting. Disgusting. Madame Nin. Ooh. What can you tell me about this
Are you
place?
interested in some thrills, darling?
Darling. To ensure that your plans can compete, are you interested in companionship? No, he isn't. Has more than enough company and no need for your filth. I see. Perhaps you should reconsider where you are then. And remember not to bother other customers with your I can't pronounce that. Why is it so hard? pueril attitudes. I don't know. Whenever I think of it, it comes to mind the way I pronounce it in Romanian, so...
Are you interested in some thrills, darling?
And let's take only my character and see if I can find this thief. Yarin, I don't think that was his name, no. Sleeping dwarf. Oh, there he is. The bastard.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
Your name wouldn't be Linus, would it? How did you know? Sent by the ghost of the little boy you murdered to retrieve his stuffed bear. Hand it over. Now. Yeah, I'm sorry, but you killed a kid and then took his teddy bear. What the fuck is wrong with you? Unconscious? No, we're not leaving him unconscious. Alright, we got our... I forgot about that. We got our witch back. Our mage. She can... First of all, she can learn scrolls, but second of all, she can identify shit now. A plate mail +1. This is actually better than mine. Does this do anything special, or was it just that it's +2? Requires, weighs. Okay, so it should be better than this, but I could put this on Minsk. Also, was Minsk specialized on 2 weapon style and 2-handed swords? So no, he's not on short swords. Was he on short swords? No, katana. Was I on short swords? No, long swords. Yeah.
I'll help however I can.
So you got a +1 short sword and a sword of agility, immunity to hold and paralysis. This is actually really strong, immunity to paralysis. But I no longer am proficient in short swords, so somebody else will have to use it. Mace, quarterstaff, sling. Sword and shield or club. Dang, those swords are really strong. Oh well, let's take the teddy bear to the boy and then try and recover Ares' belongings from the crypt. Wait. Didn't I just freaking sleep at the inn? Why are my people damaged? Even more dreams.
Life is strength. This is not to be contested. It seems logical enough. You live, you affect your world. But is it what you need? You are different inside. This woman lives and has strength of a sort. She lost her parents to plague, her husband to war, but she persevered. Her farm has prospered, her name is respected, and her children are fed and safe. She lived as she thought she should.
Okay.
And now she is dead. Her land will be divided, her children will move on, and she will be forgotten. She lived a good life, but she had no power. She was a slave to death.
So you're trying to cheat death?
I wonder if you are destined to be forgotten. Will your life fade in the shadow of greater beings?
I don't know about fading in the shadow of greater beings. It just fades, period, when you're gone. That's life.
You are born of murder, the very essence of that which takes life. You have power if you wish it.
I deserve no. I'm not going
Really?
down that road.
But the consequences are so very real. Your actions affect so many others than yourself. You will come to realize how little choice you have.
Alright, Mr. Evil
You will
Speech.
do what you must, become what you must, or others will pay for your cowardice.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But it's not for you to decide.
You will accept the gifts offered to you.
Is he torturing Gimoen, or is that what he's trying to show me? To convince me? That's just gonna get me to oppose you even more. Okay, I don't know what villains are thinking. When they threaten people you love. I have an offer for you, sure.
You
Well,
there. I would have a word with you. I am called Lord Jerden Firecrack, and I bid you stand a moment and hear what I offer.
before that, let me order some food and then I'll hear what you have to offer. Because it is too hot and I don't feel like cooking, because then it's gonna be really unbearable in the kitchen and in the house. So let me maybe order some salad or stuff. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so now that that's done, moving on.
Word has come to me of your actions. I see you as capable and headstrong, with the ability to handle whatever is thrown at you. Just the type of creature that I am looking for.
Creature? Screw you, man. Yes, yes. Yeah, speak your offer and be quick about it. Apparently you understand that these are dangerous times and that extreme measures often called for. Okay. Lord of a community outside of... Okay. Marauders, horrid ogres and trolls. I need a firm hand to push them back. I offer a grand sum worthy of a man of your stature. 10,000. Ooh. I kinda need that money. If you can free my land of this scourge. That is an astounding sum for a simple monster hunting. Okay. You are the choice I make and the offer stands whether you go now or not. The lands are on your map, the Windspear Hills await. But he's always happy when their interactions are funny. Heard of this Lord Girdan. If it's any help, he has the coin to back up his offer. He's not reputed to be the nicest noble in Am, but then who is? Yeah, nobles are nice usually. Excellent, yet get outside the city and administer justice. Okay. Most of them are up for it. But right now I was going to the boy to give him his steady and recover our gear and finish exploring that crypt. Then we can finally leave town for a bit. Should also sell some of our stuff.
I think I still have a stitch in my leg from lying in that coal cell we were in. It is good to be up and moving.
Sorry I could not release you earlier. Yeah, whatever damage is done is over with, or at least it seems like it so far, I hope. Do not want to turn the topic sour with this. Small talk was my intent. Not very good. Yeah, I can tell. Let's just get moving.
Ah, yes, the city. With all its people and their accumulated wealth, yes.
Yeah, let's make small talk about how you're tortured in hell prison. I mean, at least she's trying. Where's the kid? Hello, Ghosty. Does it only come out at day? Ow. A battle axe. I don't think any of them uses axes though. Oh, did it just change today? Can I find Ghosty now? Yes, it just changed. Because here are the people. Little boy, I avenged you. Where you at? Or did he already go to rest now that I taken care of it? Can I talk to them? Where is the kid? What happened to him? Unless he's just randomly roaming around? Who are you people? Arthur and Maggie.
Well, I never. No time to chit-chat.
Jeeves. Jeeves. I'm sorry, I can only think of World of Warcraft when I think of Jeeves. Our Jeeves was a much finer butler than their Jeeves. And their carriage driver, Anthony, don't get me started. So weird. I'm never gonna understand this level of rich and how people can be like that. Huh? Did that just teleport me? I guess this is the upper part? Or was this the rooftop? Doesn't seem like there's anything here at the moment. Yeah, that was the rooftop, okay. Where the heck are you?
Yes?
Oh, he's the guy in charge of... I forgot how they're called. The diggers in the graveyards. Mummy.
This weapon has no effect.
Nothing.
Yeah. This weapon has no effect.
No effect?
This weapon has no effect. No maidens. I hate that voice line.
My weapon does nothing.
This weapon has no effect. This weapon has no effect.
You guys just...
This weapon has no effect.
Why am I barely doing anything?
Aid soon. Boo is too young to have to avenge me.
Come on, dude. This one is so far back.
Yes?
Or maybe it isn't as far back as I thought. Anyway, feels like I'm barely doing, besides getting annoyed by the voice lines with this weapon has no effect. I'm barely doing any damage, seeing as I already have like +1 and +2 gear. And somehow I'm not doing any meaningful damage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's because I'm under leveled or what, but Shadow Fiends.
This weapon has no effect. This weapon has no effect.
Look at that, I'm barely doing any damage.
That's not right. Yeah. You point, I punch.
Concentration is undone. My spell has failed.
No effect.
Concentration is undone. My spell has failed.
My weapon does nothing.
Yes?
Alright, let me Google it because this is getting annoying. Why do they keep saying that? Do I need to use magic spells or is it just because I have low level weapons? Can be completely immune to missiles or piercing damage. Can't really find a clear answer, but oh well. Let's see if I can just bless as soon as I enter one of those bullshits. Maybe it helps. It's ridiculous that my whole party can't hit them. Okay, she got the blast off. What else I could do? Let's keep healing. Oh, I'm stuck in the freaking doorway, you know what? Nope, because I just can't freaking move. So they're allowed to be immune to damage and whole person. Meanwhile, I can't do anything to them. I forgot how annoying the gameplay in Baldur's Gate 1 was. And why I put it on easy mode. Because it wasn't turn-based. There we go.
That's not right.
But that doesn't really...
This weapon has no effect.
I need to get a sword.
Story mode isn't the reason I see their freaking bars, is it?
This weapon has no effect. This weapon has no effect.
No effect.
My weapon does nothing.
I need to get a sword.
This weapon has no effect.
I don't have any freaking damaging spells, so I don't know what you want from me, game.
No effect. I need to get a sword.
This weapon has no effect.
I need to get a sword.
This weapon has no effect.
My weapon does nothing.
This weapon has no effect.
Get a sword.
Oh my god, it's finally dead. Oh, that's how I make it go away, I see. Maybe they added more levels of enchantment, maybe +2 isn't the biggest. Now nearby you see an open grave. Chill runs up your spine, you hear a sound emit from it. Shake your hand and continue walking. The sound is clearer now, you are not imagining. Muffled cries for help are coming from the grave. I wanna start exploring something new when I haven't finished whatever the heck I was doing earlier, so let's go back to this. Oh, did they respawn? But I already cleared them.
with vengeance!
That was fast. My food's already here, which means I will probably recover whatever loot Aerie lost and then take a break for now or for today, because I do want to eat. Do I have any heals left? It's weird that they respawn, because in Baldur's Gate 1 I don't remember any area respawning. Once you cleared it, it was cleared, gone. That means you can technically grind XP in this one? Or was that just one time or random encounter? Alright, back here where I got my ass kicked. Nope, still getting my ass kicked. Maybe I can slowly just whittle at them.
Nature could find a home here if it were properly cleansed and balanced.
Just slowly keep chipping at them and then come out and heal. And then eventually I'll take them down. Oh no, not solo. That's not a good idea.
That's not right.
Oh my god, she just got murked. Alright, so that didn't work.
Nature could find a home here if it were properly cleansed and balanced.
This weapon?
My weapon does nothing!
Nah, I don't even have the chance to run whenever I do start taking damage. Oh god. Okay, that autosave is bored because it's after I died. Fine, so I'll just stay here for now and continue next time. So that chamber, whatever it is, it's way too high for me right now. I don't think I can realistically clear it. Even trying to cheese it with healing and not healing, and I think the big skeleton is what's like almost one-shotting me. Anyway, that would be all for now, because I do wanna grab a bite to eat. So I will catch you next time. Bye. Double sure I have save. There we go. Now we can close. Bye.